You know what's the best part of watching action anime? It's not just the crazy powers and abilities, it's those epic moments when the good guys totally lose their cool and unleash their inner beast mode. Get hyped, because I'm counting down the top 10 most intense, mind-blowing anime rage moments of all time. So let's start with the first one. At number 10 on our countdown, we have a truly gut-wrenching scene from the hit series Jujutsu Kaisen. Yuji Itadori is renowned for his unwavering kindness and compassion, always putting others before himself. However, even the purest of hearts can be pushed to their limits by unforgivable acts of cruelty. When Yuji formed a deep bond with the troubled Junpei, convincing him to channel his anger into becoming a Jujutsu sorcerer, it seemed like a path toward redemption. However, their bond was shattered when the cursed spirit Mahito cruelly murdered Junpei's mother right in front of them. Overwhelmed with anguish, Junpei unleashed his cursed energy in an uncontrolled fury, lashing out violently. In the midst of Junpei's rampage, Mahito coldly executed him, leaving Yuji to helplessly watch his new friend die. This traumatic loss, coupled with the supreme curse spirit Sukuna's refusal to assist, triggered an explosive rage within Itadori. This rage-fueled confrontation set the stage for an inevitable rematch between Yuji and Mahito during the pivotal Shibuya incident arc, where Itadori can finally seek revenge for Junpei's death in an earth-shattering battle. Coming in at number 9 on our countdown is one of the most pivotal and tragic rage moments in anime history. The event that transformed Obito Uchiha from a friend into one of Naruto's greatest villains. During the Third Shinobi World War, Obito was believed to have perished, but was actually rescued by Madara Uchiha himself. After months of recovery, Obito learned that his teammates Kakashi and Rin were in mortal danger. Rushing to their aid, what he witnessed next shattered his reality forever. Obito arrived just in time to see his friends and team leader Kakashi's Chidori piercing straight through Rin's chest in a horrific scene. Rin, the girl Obito had loved, now lay dead before his eyes by the hand of his closest friend. This unimaginable trauma unleashed a tidal wave of rage within Obito. In a blind fury, he effortlessly slaughtered all the enemy ninja present. Cradling Rin's lifeless body, sobbing uncontrollably, the astronomical scale of his anguish awoke the legendary Mangekyo Sharingan within Obito's eyes. This moment crystallized his new self-proclaimed destiny to remake the world itself through infinite Tsukuyomi. The kind-hearted Obito was no more. His unbridled rage gave birth to one of the most formidable forces of evil the ninja world would ever face. Obito, the masked man, hell-bent on putting the entire world under a genjutsu of his own design. At number 8, we have one of the most iconic transformations in anime. For this moment of rage, Ichigo Kurosaki unleashed his inner hollow in Bleach. During his intense battle against the powerful Espada Ukiura Cypher, Ichigo was struck down and impaled through the chest. As he lay devastated, the agonizing cries of his friend Orihime echoed out. This triggered something primal within the substitute Soul Reaper's psyche. Consumed with unbridled fury at his inability to protect her, and fueled by his desperate need for greater power, Ichigo's soul began violently resonating with his inner hollow persona. In a spine-chilling metamorphosis, Ichigo's appearance twisted and contorted as the boundaries between him and his hollow self blurred. When the black miasma settled, Ichigo had undergone a full hollowification. His eyes glowed with cold menace, his hair shaded a ghostly white, and a dense spiritual pressure unlike anything felt before emanated from his being. The once helpless Ichigo now wielded a power that dwarfed even Ukiura's significant strength. With this fearsome new hollow form, the tides instantly turned. Ukiura's advantage evaporated as Ichigo relentlessly battered him in a frenzied assault. Through the sacrifice of his own humanity, the enraged Soul Reaper seized a fighting chance against his nigh unstoppable adversary. Coming in at number 7, we have a truly catastrophic outburst from the Naruto series, when the nine-tailed fox's power is unleashed through Naruto's blinding rage. The village hidden in the leaves is under siege by the powerful Akatsuki member Pain. As destruction rains down, Naruto is already pushed to his emotional brink. However, his world comes crashing down when he witnesses his beloved Hinata sacrifice herself to protect him, appearing to be killed by Pain's assault. Naruto has seemingly lost everything, and it pushes him over the edge in an apocalyptic fury. His anger and grief act as a valve, allowing the Nine-Tails' corruptive chakra to flow unbridled throughout his body. In a terrifying transformation, Naruto begins to visibly mutate and disfigure as the Nine-Tails' sinister influence takes hold. His body sprouts tails of pure destructive energy, growing to the legendary six-tailed transformation. Unleashing devastating shockwaves and hellfire, the enraged Jinchuriki easily overpowered Pain's formidable abilities. The surrounding area was reduced to a smoldering wasteland, as Naruto's wrath left a path of destruction that dwarfed even Pain's assault on the Hidden Leaf Village. At number 6, we have Black Clover's Asta giving in fully to the darkness of his inner devil in an earth-shattering display of unbridled rage. During an intense battle against the Supreme Devil Dante, Asta's ally Gouch is ruthlessly stabbed right before his eyes. This triggering event causes something to snap within the young Magic Knight's psyche. A sinister black miasma begins emanating from Asta's grimoire as his body violently contorts and transforms. He spasms uncontrollably, foaming at the mouth as wicked black markings spread across his face and arms. When the metamorphosis completes, Asta has fully surrendered his form to his devil's power. His sclera blackens, menacing fangs protrude from his snarling maw, and a whip-like tail of pure anti-magic lashes behind him. In this purely bestial devil form, any semblance of Asta's usual humanity is devoured by primal, unbound fury. He rampages mindlessly, his attacks devoid of strategy, only seeking to inflict maximum carnage through sheer destructive force. At number 5, we have the typically stoic Hyakkimaru giving in to overwhelming rage and despair in the anime Dororo. Though unable to outwardly express it, Hyakkimaru clearly has deep feelings for the kind-hearted Mio, who looks after a group of orphans. When the villainous Daigo Kagemitsu falsely accuses Mio of being a spy, he orders his soldiers to mercilessly execute her and the innocent children. Witnessing this unforgivable act of cruelty triggers an explosive reaction in Hyakkimaru. All of his bottled anguish and fury detonates in an instant as he watches Mio and the orphans face certain death. In a frightening frenzy, Hyakkimaru tears through Daigo's soldiers with his artificial demon appendages. His sword slashes are driven by pure, unbridled rage as he slaughters the troops relentlessly, leaving a wake of dismembered bodies. Limbs are severed, heads roll, and blood sprays as the enraged Hyakkimaru shows no mercy to a single one of Daigo's men. His usual calculating precision is abandoned for an unsightly scene of grotesque carnage. Coming in at number 4, we have Natsu Dragneel's blazing fury unleashed when he witnesses his beloved friend Urza's suffering in Fairy Tail. During their intense battle against the villainous Jello, Urza is overcome with anguish from their troubled past. Seeing the normally stoic Urza brought to tears by Jellel's torment stokes the flames of Natsu's rage. Not only is he determined to defeat Jellel and prevail for the sake of their guild, but Natsu's protective feelings for Urza ignite something primal within him. The sight of his cherished friend's pain triggers a draconian fury. With a ferocious roar, Natsu begins to undergo a fantastical transformation, driven by his burning anger. Cloaked in swirling flames, his very magic takes on a higher form as he taps into the legendary Dragon Force ability. In this advanced state, Natsu's power increases exponentially, as does the sheer intensity of his flame attacks. The tides immediately turn against the previously overwhelming Jello, who was unprepared for the unrestrained might of Natsu's rageful awakening. Each fiery strike is fueled by Natsu's need to make Jello answer for the suffering inflicted upon Urza. His bond with his friend transcends any physical limit, allowing him to access uncharted reserves of magic and strength. Coming in at number 3, we have Eren Yeager's unrestrained primal fury unleashed during his rematch against the female Titan Annie in Attack on Titan. In the early seasons, Eren's anger constantly simmered near the boiling point, fueled by the immense trauma and loss inflicted by the Titan Scourge. But when he finally crosses paths again with Annie in her Titan form during the Stohess battle, those pent-up bitter memories detonate in full force. Remembering his mother's horrific demise, his comrades torn apart, and all that was stolen from him by the Titans, Eren's rage transcends any rational limit. A ferocious, animalistic vortex of hatred consumes his every fiber as he initiates the brutal confrontation. In an unparalleled state of berserker frenzy, Eren's Titan form experiences an extreme surge of strength and aggression. His massive fists relentlessly pummel the Titan Annie with bone-shattering force, landing blow after blow fueled by years of pent-up fury. But physical might is just the start. Eren begins attempting to devour and consume Annie's Titan in a shocking display of inhumane savagery. Only the intervention of his comrades prevents him from literally ripping her apart and devouring her in that frenzied, rage-filled haze. When it comes to moments of pure, unrestrained rage in anime, few can match the sheer devastation of number 2 on our countdown. Typically an upbeat, level-headed kid, Gon's world is shattered when he discovers his mentor Kite was killed and there's no way to bring him back to life. This loss of his father figure shatters Gon's innocence and unlocks an ancient, self-destructive power within. Consumed by his thirst for vengeance against Kite's killer, Neferpito, Gon makes the ultimate sacrifice. He trades away every ounce of his future potential and lifespan to the tomb containing the colossal Val Nin ability. What emerges is a horrifically distorted, muscle-bound mockery of Gon's former self. His childlike appearance is contorted into an enormous, grotesque, and barely human-looking body, brimming with incalculable power. in this unholy form, driven solely by blinding rage and hatred toward Pito. Gon takes the battle to an entirely unprecedented level of brutality. He easily overpowers and obliterates Pito's strongest defenses, subjecting the ant to unrelenting physical and psychological torment. Fueled by unquenchable wrath, the enraged Gon mercilessly bludgeons Pito, rupturing every bone and tendon in their body until they can barely move. He then forces them to experience Kite's excruciating pain. Taking the top spot, we have one of the most epic, badass displays of unbridled fury from Attack on Titan's notorious Levi Ackerman against the nefarious Beast Titan. As humanity's most elite soldier, Levi has witnessed unimaginable horrors and the deaths of countless comrades over the years. Each loss chips away at his soul, building fortresses of anger and pain. But it's the Beast Titan's heinous acts that finally obliterate the floodgates of Levi's wrath. When his beloved mentor Erwin and their scouts are massacred by the beast hands, something snaps deep within Levi's steely veneer. His lifetime's worth of bottled anguish and rage combusts into an unstoppable force. In a series of jaw-dropping movements, Levi positions himself just outside the Beast Titan's field of vision with terrifying precision. When the moment strikes, he ambushes with mind-blowing speed and ferocity. His blades are extensions of his Führer, relentlessly carving through the beast's flesh in a blinding fury. Levi's assault is nothing short of poetic devastation, a vengeful hurricane of steel dismembering and disemboweling the screaming Titan. Each fatal strike is powered by the depth of Levi's mourning, turning to furious determination. He systematically flays away at the beast until its human operator Zeke is finally exposed from the shredded husk. That's it for this video. Let us know in the comments what is your craziest anime moment. We'd like to know. Thanks, and see you next time!